Welcome back. I'm joined with Representative Scott Tipton. It is a pleasure to have you here this morning.
Megan, pleasure to be with you.
Now, he's visiting the Western Slope talking about jobs and economy. He had a meeting with the public in Delta last night. You've got one coming up here in Grand Junction talking about jobs and economy. There's a lot going on here with the oil and gas industry and the local agriculture. Where do you see us specifically going here?
You know, we've got to be able to get this economy moving. As I walked through Main Street Grand Junction, was just walking Main Street Delta, we continue to see more stores closing. We've got to get this economy moving. It is about jobs and employment in our area. One of the great ways we can actually achieve this was just able to get through the House of Representatives my bill, the Hydroelectric Jobs Act of 2012, to be able to create jobs, clean energy, and just off of the conduits that the Bureau of Rec has built, just in the state of Colorado, we could generate as much electricity as the Glen Canyon Dam. That's a job creator for us.
Okay, so now getting to your hydropower development bill, it's going really good. Now you're awaiting a pass in the Senate for it. What are some of the biggest misconceptions that you're seeing with that bill?
You know, part of the problem that we saw was that people didn't understand it was just conduits, what we call ditches here in the West, and the pipelines that the Bureau of Rec has built. It's not about streams, it's not about dams or stored water, strictly through those conduits, so small hydroelectric units, and giving the power to our local communities to make sure that they are making that determination. A good, positive bill, and we can responsibly develop our other resources here as well. We know the importance that natural gas, that oil, that coal plays in our district. I was just visiting with coal miners yesterday, the importance that that has for our senior citizens to be able to have a stable rate base, the importance of natural gas in terms of getting this economy moving nationwide. Let's develop the Keystone Pipeline and let's get the 3rd Congressional District in the West Slope of Colorado back to work.
Okay, now specifically speaking about Western Colorado and this oil and gas development, where do you see it going from here?
You know, a lot of the challenges that we really continue to see is that the administration is putting on policies. We're seeing a lot of bureaucracy that is slowing down the process. I've talked to people that would like to be able to put people to work, and they're seeing their leases held up for up to 9 years before they're actually able to go to development. That actually costs money. It costs the consumers. When we're seeing gas prices go up, the impact on our hip pockets, on our ability to be able to provide for our families, we simply cannot overstate. We've got a great resource here. When we see the problems in the Middle East, would it be appropriate for the United States to put Americans back to work, use American energy resources, and to be able to determine our own future? I think the time has came a long time ago, but this is an opportunity for us to seize the moment.
And I mean, Colorado specifically is very much a mecca for the energy industry, so if we were to take it to that level, I mean, how do you think that could affect Colorado?
You know, we want to be able to do it responsibly. I grew up here on the West Slope of Colorado. We all value our public lands, our water, our air, but we have an industry that also lives and works here. I work and talk to people daily who have dirt under their fingernails that are relying on these jobs, and they want to make sure that their families are provided and cared for as well, not only in terms of dollars, but a good, sound environment. So let's use the technology. Let's work for win-wins rather than being in an adversarial position.
All right, now, Congressman, I've got to ask you, the GOP presidential race, there's a lot of talk around it. How do you feel that it's going? How do you think it's representing your party?
You know, I hope we come to a conclusion soon. You know, we see Republicans right now that are giving a lot of ammunition to our counterparts. That isn't productive. We've seen an administration that's put in policies that has hurt jobs. We see a Democrat Senate that is holding up better than 30 pieces of legislation. My hydro bill just joined those pieces of legislation, waiting for action in the Senate of the United States to be able to get people back to work. We've got a different vision for America that's going to allow us to be able to build for a prosperous future and let people reach their highest level.
Now, of the front runners, who do you feel that you share the most beliefs with?
You know, I'm probably almost like everyone else. You wish you could take a bit and a piece of every one of them. I'm not going to take a position in the presidential race because we'll have our own race to run. but I will be supporting the Republican candidate. We've got three good men right now,
All right.
and I could support either of them.
Well, thank you so much for being here
Thank
this
you,
morning.
Megan.
I really
Pleasure
appreciate
to be
it.
with
And
you.
if you are interested in getting to chat with Representative Tipton, he'll be in Grand Junction, and Thursday evening he'll have a town hall meeting here in Grand Junction at City Hall. It's from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. The public is welcome to attend. If you've got any questions or you want to add to the conversation, that's the time to do it. And again, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Megan.
Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.